the January 6th insurrection. Let's listen.
January 6th was a dark day in the history of the United States Capitol. But thanks to the swift action of the Capitol Police and federal law enforcement, violence was quelled. The Capitol was secured. President Trump and I have spoken many times since we left office. And I don't know if we'll ever see eye to eye on that day. But I will always be proud of what we accomplished for the American people over the last 4 years. And I will not allow Democrats or their allies in the media to use one tragic day to discredit the aspirations of millions of Americans.
One tragic day where rioters were talking about how they wanted to kill him. Scott, what did you think of these remarks?
You know, when I heard Vice President Pence describe it as a dark day, I thought, well, he and Trump agree that it was a dark day, but it's for different reasons. Pence thinks it was a dark day because Donald Trump sent a mob to string him up, and Donald Trump thinks it was a dark day because the mob didn't succeed. And so, yeah, of course they're not going to see eye to eye on this because Donald Trump fundamentally thinks that the Republicans, including Mike Pence, should have bowed and caved to that mob and tried to overthrow the election. So I look, this is a very impossible dance, for Mike Pence to do. I understand rhetorically what he has to do as he seeks to run for president. But the fact is, he did his duty on that day. Donald Trump is wrong. Donald Trump's at fault. And my prediction is in 2024, whoever we nominate, Pence, Christie, Scott, DeSantis, somebody's going to have to stand in front of a television camera someday and say what we all know to be true. This happened. The president of the United States was at fault. He whipped up a mob. It was a dark day for democracy, not because the Republicans didn't cave, but because Donald Trump tried to commit an insurrection against his own government. And that's the litmus test that's going to be before the American people in 2024 if they are to entrust the Republicans with the White House again.
David, my question is Pence wrong on two fronts? One, you can't agree to disagree on sort of democracy and the Constitution. Yes. But two, part B, that somehow he thinks he's going to get away with that politically, because even that much, doesn't he cede all the ground in the world to the Trump diehards?
Yeah, he's threading an impossible needle here. As Scott said, he wants to run for president. There is a big Trump base within the Republican Party, and so he is trying to have it both ways. He can't, as a witness to what happened on that day, as a participant on the side of democracy, he can't renounce what he experienced and what he did, but he has to try and square the circle. I don't think that he can do that, but he also ignores the fact that that day didn't exist in isolation. That day was the culmination of months and months and months of propagandizing by Trump before the election and after the election, calling into question the integrity of the election. And so, to say, geez, this happened, it wasn't a spontaneous event. It was the consequence of the things that the president said and did leading up to it. And so, I don't think that, as they say down where Scott lives, I don't think that dog's going to hunt.
Scott, David, thank you both so much for being with us this morning. Appreciate it.